The pancake is really salty from the flakes on the top. You've got the miso dressing as well, which to me is like a combination between soy and peanut butter, and I really, really like it. Then we've got that other dressing, the red one, which is smoky and slightly sweet, so it really is bouncing all over the place. Kuljit, seriously, chef, how are you feeling now? Because you didn't have the best of starts.
I think I spoke to myself, yes, quite harshly. I told myself, leave the nerves outside, and then just do what you enjoy doing.
What are your two dishes, please, chef?
I'm doing a traditional fish pie, but in a deconstructed manner, and I'm going to serve it with some sea vegetables, topped off with a purple potato and pink potato mash.
Brilliant, brilliant. And what about pud time, dessert?
I first started in Scotland in this country, and I got inspired a lot by Scottish home cookery as well. So for the dessert, I'm going to do a traditional old flummery, which is basically a dessert made with soaked oats. Cook it with some strawberries, mix it with some whipped cream and whiskey.
Well, I've had a deconstructed fish pie before, but I have never, ever had a flummery before.
Kuljit is using halibut in his fish pie. He's taking some salmon and he's going to thread it through the halibut, as well as some prawns.
He's cooking the fish in olive oil, so it's almost confying the fish, so he's got to get the temperature just right. If it's too hot, it's almost... You could probably end up deep frying it. I've never had a strawberry flummery before. It's a set cream with oats. The one flavour I really want to taste, and that's the strawberry. And he needs to be very careful because he's setting it with corn flour, not the sort of thing that you normally use in a dessert. I'm intrigued.
All these dishes are rooted in either Scottish or the British tradition, and the ways of cooking and presenting would be a little bit different as well.
Chefs, you are halfway, which means you've got just over 40 minutes, please. What are your dishes, please, chef?
So I've got miso glazed duck breast, caramelised soy turnip puree, bok choy, sameji mushroom, a 5-spice duck sauce.
What's dessert?
Dark chocolate and cardamom delice, macerated strawberries, yoghurt mousse, and a cocoa tuile.
Wow.
I just definitely need to come back strong with these two dishes.
Sammy's taken the duck breast off and he's going to pan fry it and glaze it with the miso. Not quite sure where the pineapple is coming into this. It could work as long as it's not too much pineapple.
Dark chocolate delice. He's using bran flake and pistachio at the bottom of his delice, so you're going to have a nice crunchy base and a lovely, smooth, rich delice. Sammy's looking a little bit subdued, and I think he just needs to pick himself up and crack on with these two fantastic sounding dishes.
Wow, Philly has hit this kitchen running 100 miles an hour. Reason being, she's given herself so much work on her two dishes here. This chef really wants to showcase what her cooking is about.
I love Asian flavors and Asian food. I'm going to be cooking okonomiyaki, which is a Japanese street food, and it's a savory cabbage pancake. Okonomi means how you like it, and yaki means grill. On the other side of the plate is going to be a carabiniero. These are amazing, huge prawns. And then in the head, we're going to be putting nduja.
Nduja, very strong Italian sausage. I hope that doesn't overtake the flavour of those beautiful prawns.
The dessert is a grapefruit cheesecake. I'm going to be using miso in the crumble.
Philly is marinating her grapefruit in some mirin. I just want to taste some of that mirin still coming through it. Hopefully enough, because grapefruit is quite strong.
Philly, forgive me, you seem to be working at a furious pace here.
I've put myself under a little bit of pressure, but I just want to get it all right for you. And I think these dishes really represent me. I want to do them justice.
I'm intrigued by the globe-trotting nature of the ingredients.
Yeah, I think that you can get so much flavour so quickly into a dish using Asian flavours.
Love the creativity. Can I ask you a very serious question?
Yes, Greg.
Can you get this done in time?
Yes, Greg.
Well, did you do timings at home?
Yes, Greg.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, Greg.
Don't want to scare you, but you have just 12 minutes left.
Need to get the duck resting quick.
It's just the desserts I need to plate it up. It's a bit too warm, the flummery is melting.
Are you going to put it in the fridge or something?
Yes,
or...
I'm going to put it in the fridge now.
Chefs, you have 5 minutes left, please.
Wait.
You have just 5 minutes left.
I'm confident I'm going to get it all done in time.
Where's your dessert?
It's in the fridge. That's all ready to go. It's a quick dessert to plate.
That's it. Stop. Stop. You're out of time.
Wait.
Philly's travel-inspired signature main is Carabinero Okonomiyaki, a Japanese cabbage pancake topped with prawn tempura, miso mayonnaise, sriracha chili sauce, and salted fish flakes, and a grilled carabinero prawn with nduja, a spiced Italian sausage, and gochujang, Korean red pepper and prawn head sauce.
I have to admit to you right now, I'm nervous. So let's give it a go.
Push the boat out, Greg.
The pancake is really salty from the flakes on the top. You've got the miso dressing as well, which to me is like a combination between soy and peanut butter, and I really, really like it. Then we've got that other dressing, the red one, which is smoky and slightly sweet. So it really is bouncing all over the place.
Nduja is there, there's heat through it, but the prawn is so big that actually there's the right amount that works with this. And using the innards or the head of the prawn for the sauce to dip in, it's delicious, absolutely delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
The prawn is perfectly cooked. The cabbage, full of detail, and layer upon layer upon layer of flavour. You've set your bar quite high here. And cookery of shellfish like that will take some beating.
Philly's dessert is grapefruit and white chocolate cheesecake, topped with mirin-marinated grapefruit segments, kinome leaves, and sancho pepper.
I get lovely, cool white chocolate, not too rich, powerful with vanilla, which I absolutely love. I get the buttery, crunchy base, which I think is beautiful, and then the very refreshing segments of the pink grapefruit, and you need it with all that white chocolate richness. Absolutely delightful.
Thank you.
Loving the textures, and there's so much grapefruit on top. It's indulgent, you know, it's about grapefruit. I want to taste the grapefruit. And I do like the pepperiness of the Sancho leaves as well. Hey, girl, I think it's great. Delightful, love it.
I get grapefruit, I get the cheesecake, I get freshness. It's great. It's a very, very good start, and you're an interesting chef, full of energy, and you really have thrown that into your food.
Thank you, Chef. I feel like I've really put something different to the judges, and they enjoyed it, and that's just, like, amazing.
The lamb is just stunning. Just so soft, it's lovely, with beautiful flavour of rosemary, beautifully cooked sweetbread, and those potatoes may be the best roast potatoes I've ever tasted. A little bit of a crunch to them, but the amount of lamb flavour that's coming from it is quite incredible. It's delicious.
I'm a big guy, so like to be quite dainty and delicate is not in my nature. But I love big, deep flavour. I'm a proud Yorkshireman, so we love everything to be super rich. So that's what I really wanted to push that as my signature.
What are your two dishes, please, Luke?
So for the main course, I'm doing lamb cannon. I'm serving that with pea puree, sautéed morels, asparagus, and lamb fat roasted Jersey Royals, crispy sweetbreads, and lamb jus. And then for my dessert, I'm doing an aerated pistachio cake with white chocolate mousse, different textures of sour cherry. We've got cherry puree, compressed sour cherries, and we've got freeze-dried cherry rocks and caramelised white chocolate and cherry crumble.
Luke, do you have any hobbies apart from your cooking?
Yeah, I'm a professional wrestler outside as well.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Do you wear a leotard?
No. Thank God. I don't think I'd ever live that down.
Are there any links between wrestling and cooking?
More than you'd think. The pressure, you've got to perform in front of people. If you don't do a good job, they'll let you know about it. It's pretty similar.
Just a bit behind.
I don't want to jinx it yet, but we're looking all right.
We are now rapidly running out of time.
Aaron, you're almost there. You've got about 3 minutes to finish.
Chef. It's not happened, it's not worked.
That's it, stop. Chadri, stop.
Luke's main is pan-roasted cannon of lamb with a pea puree, crispy lamb sweetbreads, asparagus, Jersey raw potatoes, and morels, served with a lamb and red wine jus.
Luke, that's delicious. That is really delicious. Your pea puree reminds me of very refined, mushy peas that you get at chip shop. It's not airy-fairy and light. It's actually got a really nice pea body to it. Nice and smooth, beautifully cooked lamb. Not a big fan of red wine-based sauces with lamb, but yours works really well.
Your lamb is just stunning. Just so soft, it's lovely, with beautiful flavour of rosemary, beautifully cooked sweetbread, and those potatoes may be the best roast potatoes I've ever tasted. A little bit of a crunch to them, but the amount of lamb flavour that's coming from it is quite incredible. It's delicious.
All the vegetables on this plate are spot on. The asparagus, the morels, the pea puree, it's rich, it's smooth. Oh, what can I say? It's a great plate of food here. Great job.
Your sorbet, that's the main point of difference to me, and I think that is a touch of genius. I mean, who would have thought? Blackberry, gooseberry, fennel, but it's wonderful.
Carla's pink peppercorn meringues have been served with rhubarb compote, galangal-infused cream and granola, and a rhubarb syrup.
Technically, your compote is well made. Your little meringues are very well made as well. But your ideas on flavour pairings through ingredients, I think is really, really good. To get a sugary meringue and a crunch down on an explosion of pepper, I think is delightful.
Carla, the refinement is the only thing missing off this dessert. I love your meringue. I like the peppercorns running through it. I like the cream, the galangal in there. The gel is lovely. It's got a lovely shine to it. And for me, this was a pleasure to eat.
Thanks.
presentation, you know already. But that side, I love this. Love the flavours, the Sichuan leaf. Can I have some seeds? I'd like to grow some of those. That's amazing, the warmth of it. And so much rhubarb. I love rhubarb. If you're going to use rhubarb, put it on there. Yes, ma'am. It's lovely. And I love your personality coming through this dessert.
Thank you. I'm feeling great about the feedback. I was expecting a much cooler reception for my dishes, so I'm happy. Yahoo!
Bart's main course is roasted duck, served with hispy cabbage and bacon lardons, asparagus, potato crisps, hazelnut puree, chard, and a duck jus made with cumin and mango.
But I think your duck cooking is wonderful, still nice and pink. The mango, because it's been sitting in this sauce, it's mellowed out the sweetness of the mango. So even though there's quite a bit on here, it's subtle in there. And it works really nice with the duck. I like that.
Duck and fruit has always been a match made in heaven. I've never had it with mango before, and it works. But the star on this plate for me is that lovely depth of flavour of the hazelnut puree. I think it's absolutely lovely. It's different, it's unusual, and it works a treat with this dish. That's a good plate of food.
Thank you. You are playing with some big flavours here, and you make them work like an orchestra in harmony. I think this is an absolutely stunning piece of work.
Bart's signature dessert comprises layers of orange tuile with a mascarpone lime cream, blackberry coulis, marinated gooseberries, anise blossom, and a fennel sorbet.
But the flavours on here, the textures are fabulous. The tuile has held, it's got a crunch, there's a slight orange running through it. We've got the blackberry, and then we've got the marinated gooseberries. You know, it's delightful to eat, really wonderful.
The tuile is so light and delicate, it just crunches and cracks through really easy. You don't have to smash it. I love the lime running through in all the little areas. Great presentation, great on the palate. It's absolutely lovely. Thank you, sir.
Your sorbet, that's the main point of difference to me, and I think that is a touch of genius. I mean, who would have thought? Blackberry, gooseberry, fennel, but it's wonderful.
Really amazing. To be really honest, that is exactly what you hope for, what you wish for.
Enjoy it. Bask in the comments.
Yes. Well done. Yeah, no, I'm stoked. This is awesome.